Hey Eric,
Yes, Dakota.
how do you know when it's raining cats and dogs?
I don't know.
You step in a poodle.
That is awful. That was terrible.
I'll be honest, there's better ones.
Come on, that's good. Poodle, like
Yeah,
puddle.
but what about is it just raining dogs or?
Well, the alarming
what
part
is
about
it?
that is that you step in a poodle.
Yeah, you step in a poodle.
Yeah, like in it.
Curb stomping a puppy.
Yeah, you step into the poodle.
Just laugh, guys. Come on.
No, that one's not that good. What about the cats? What if you step on a cat? You just said if you step on a poodle.
Then you
Isn't
say,
it
man.
raining-
Then you say, man, I smashed some pussy today.
But how do you know it's raining cats and dogs if you just step in a poodle? Wouldn't you just know it's raining dogs?
Yeah, you're right.
So how would you know it's raining cats?
You're right.
Yeah,
You're
you'd have
right.
to step in a poodle and the
Persian
kitty.
Welcome everyone to the Dapd podcast.
Yeah,
And that's it.
I'm Connor Hext. Thank you very much for listening.
I hope you guys are happy with yourselves.
Yeah, I am pretty happy.
It's a good joke.
It's not a good joke.
It kills.
Last-
Everyone else I tell it to loves it.
Last week
it kills
was a lot
poodles.
better. I forget what last week's was, but we won't get
The
into
Pirates
that.
of the Caribbean.
The pirates.
High rates, my bad.
Oh yeah, that one was good. I like that one. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, welcome back everyone. This is episode 6 of the best podcast on the internet. Is that what we call it nowadays?
The best
internet?
podcast on the internet. That is what we call it. That's
The
actually the show
internet.
title.
Okay.
I'm changing it on our.
We're
feed.
we're trademarking that, or is that the right thing? Trademark or is
Yeah,
it,
It doesn't matter at this point, but yes, I think it is.
Okay. Nice.
Patent
All right.
pending.
What
It's not a patent. We're not inventing anything.
We could.
What are we talking about today? Did we come up with anything to talk about?
I'm not
Or
doing
is
this
it
with you right now.
It's the usual. We're just making shit up as we go.
We don't do that. This is a very structured professional podcast.
All right, I got an idea. Let's talk about. Okay, so we live in Ohio.
Do we?
Don't tell them that.
I think so.
Okay.
And Ohio has decided to open up
Oh yeah, I did want to talk about this.
outdoor bars and restaurants. Only the outdoor part in a week. Today's Friday, the what is it? 8th.
Number.
9th,
8th, I think, and they're opening up on the 15th. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on that? You think it's a little early, or
Yes.
you think okay? And besides the fact, so they're just opening the outdoor area, which that's not as bad. Being outdoors, not nearly as bad as being indoors. They're opening indoors to restaurants and bars the week after, so May 22nd or whatever the fuck it is.
Why is being outdoors better than being indoors?
You're not in a confined area. It's open air. They've said this like many a times. That's why like parks and everything are open. They say go on walks and like
Right,
all
but if
that.
it's like the 6 feet apart thing, as long as you're 6 feet apart, why does it matter if you're inside or outside?
because it's open air outside. It's not.
What-
It's
What is open air?
it's like if you released a gas grenade in here, we'd all like pass out or whatever the gas is. We'd pass out within however many seconds. If you released it outside, nothing would it just disperse into the air. You'd have to be like right up on someone if you get infected outside. Apparently, like it's a lot worse to be inside than outside. Have you not heard this?
No, I just want to understand the logic behind it.
Because
okay,
it-
so if you're outside, should the parameters be that you're only 3 feet apart?
I mean, they probably could be smaller parameters, but they're not. They're keeping them the same. Why would they change them? They want to keep the same practice. Like,
Hmm.
So my thing is why it's too early is today alone there was 555 new cases in Ohio. In our
Yeah.
county, there's a total of 1.5 thousand confirmed cases. So like
1 point.
I said that weird, but 1,500 cases
Okay.
in our county. So opening Friday seems early to me.
It definitely seems like it's
is.
being rushed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got one side that's all for social distancing as long as possible, and then you got the other side that thinks the economy is being driven into the ground and we have to open now. So it's probably tough as whatever governor you are, like being pushed by your donors and
I think
other people in your party. of
I
what
think
to do.
it'll be fine for the most part about it opening this, because for the most part, people are sensible and they recognize that it's going to be too early, so no one's really going to go that much. Like they're not gonna like if they go, they'll go for like probably pick up or some shit. Like they'll order and then pick up and then leave immediately. They're not going to stick around. But
We already have that.
I know, well, some cases.
I think. I mean, I don't think outdoors is nearly as bad as indoors. I think opening.
For the record, I'm
It-
not disagreeing with you.
it
I just
de-
wanted to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
It also
on the
depends what you're
reasoning.
doing outdoors.
No, but okay. So the rules are you still have to be.
What do you give me that face for?
You can-
Honestly, it depends on what you're doing. If you're like
Well, then-
playing a
then-
contact sport, then yeah.
No, I'm saying like a bar inside or outside. It's still the kind of thing. You're still gonna have people. You're still gonna have people close.
Yeah, it depends on the
Well,
crowd.
yeah.
Okay,
so
but
they're
they
only letting 25% capacity in the outdoor
but-
parts of the bar.
And-
Bars are very social. People are gonna be like,
no. They you can have up to 10 people in a group. So the people you go with,
Mhm.
and every group has to be 6 feet apart, the whole
Including
time.
waitresses and staff. They will stay 6 feet apart from the parties.
Yeah.
they just fling the
Literally,
piece at them like
I don't know.
And
Well,
then-
okay, so the rule is they have to stay they have to stay 6 feet apart, or they have to put up some kind of protective barrier between the parties and themselves.
We should bring like trifold like poster boards everywhere we go and just slam them down.
We should all wear hazmat suits and bring the white hazmat tents and put it around our party of 10, whatever restaurant we go
I
to.
like it.
Yeah.
Or we should get like those individual bubble balls and just roll around the city.
That wouldn't be bad.
That'd be
I'd like
hilarious.
that. Okay.
It'd be really fun.
I like that idea.
Can you take those balls out on the water, by the way?
I've seen a
Yeah.
video of it.
Yeah, you
Oh my
can.
gosh.
I don't know how long.
They do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Could you do it in like in the ocean, or would it have to be a lake?
You can
you can do it
do
anywhere.
it anywhere. Yeah, I don't
guess,
think
yeah.
there's like they don't have signs
You know how
posted.
scary that would be in the ocean? Just like in the
Guess.
deep sea.
I'd love it. Oh, deep sea?
No, like
I thought you
deep
meant in the.
sea.
I thought you meant like in
I
the
don't mean on
waves.
the coast. Well, that would be fun.
Yeah, and the
But,
waves
like,
would be fun.
Deep sea, just in the middle of the ocean, in a clear plastic ball.
Well, yeah, and all it takes is a
little
shark.
tooth to pop it.
Yeah, a shark with a tooth.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then,
God.
Terrifying.
and then you're inside of plastic.
Oh my
Yeah.
lord. You'd suffocate probably before you get eaten.
That's
I'd,
a movie plot
I'd rather
right there.
suffocate before
That
I
is
get
a movie
eaten.
plot.
No.
You'd
Wait,
rather
I
you'd
don't
rather
know.
get eaten by a shark before
This
you
is a
suffocate.
good discussion. Would you rather suffocate or be eaten by a shark?
I feel like
Whatever's
I feel like
faster.
9 out of 10 people would say suffocate.
If the shark's first bite
Yeah.
kills me immediately, if they get my jugular or something, take the shark bite.
But apparently, as I've heard, like drowning is the worst way to die.
Yeah,
so that's
suffocating.
basically suffocation.
Suffocating.
yeah, but
it's drowning's probably a little worse because your lungs fill up with water, which sounds terrible.
yeah, and then
but
then it burns it
yeah.
burns the inside of your lungs. But I've also heard the other side of the coin. I've also heard that from people who survived drowning, they said it was painful, and then it got into a weird point of calm. Where they said it was like extremely
Well, that's because
probably with
you're
anything.
what is it called? Endorphins or something like that.
endorphins
They-
and shock and all
They
that.
start kicking it,
Adrenaline.
and it like the Incredibles 2 movie.
Why do you keep going to Incredibles for?
I
Fucking-
love Incredibles. Incredibles 2, when the evil bitch says to Mrs. Incredible, like when she's suffocating because she doesn't have the mask when they're in the plane and the air's getting in. She's like,
Oh,
"Oh, don't
yeah.
worry, your endorphins are kicking in, so you're not gonna feel a thing." And she starts getting all loopy. Apparently, it's like the best high you can get.
Oh, sweet. So let's suffocate
Well,
each other until we get to
yes.
that point.
I mean, well, yeah, that's why people.
That's why they
Um,
put like plastic bags over their heads and suffocate themselves and then take them off.
Well, yeah, autoerotic
Yeah.
asphyxiation.
Yeah. So I mean, what were we talking about? Oh, what's worse, getting eaten or
Probably. I still say whichever one takes longer.
Takes longer.
longer?
It would be worse. Would be worse. Would be worse. I'm not saying I'd rather do. Would be worse.
Whichever one.
Whatever's the most
Well,
painful, please.
Apparently, when you get like when someone's like limb gets bitten off by a shark, I mean they don't. It literally, like people
Well, yeah.
say, their limb is just gone all of a sudden, and then they're just like sitting there bleeding out. They don't feel a
Yeah.
thing. That's the shock and the endorphins. So like,
If I had to pick the worst way to go, though, it'd be burning alive.
oh yeah,
Tough.
yeah, probably, yeah. I would think that'd be worse than drowning, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know, man.
I feel no. Once your nerves get
Are
like
burnt off,
singed
yeah.
and
Yeah, but you experience all the way from first to second degree,
Ugh.
and second degree is the worst
no, third degree.
in
is
terms
the
of
worst.
pain.
Oh.
Because I mean, once you hit third degree, your nerves are gone.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think any
yeah.
form of like torture would be the worst way to die. Like,
Well, yeah.
slowly.
Well,
that's why I
yeah.
would never be a secret
And
agent.
like natural death.
They wouldn't be even like.
burning our lives is natural.
No, but like not like a human controlling the pain you're going through. Or
How does anyone catch on fire if it's not human control?
There's tons of ways people can catch.
You almost catch on fire every day here when you leave the gas on. man.
That would be a human caused.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, like torture. Someone's controlling how much pain they're giving you and
So
how.
you're saying literally anything other than torture.
Like they can keep you in pain up to the point of death. Or like a fire,
So could a
you catch on.
shark-
Where I'm saying, like, no, it's not conscious.
I got you.
A shark's gonna eat
A shark
you
is
as
just
fast
swimming
as
up to your
possible.
toes and just.
I hope this feels terrible.
No, if I was like a secret agent or anything, all they would have to do is show me the torture tools, and I would tell them anything they want.
Sidebar. You know the song "Secret Agent Man"?
I do.
Secret agent.
That's the one.
I used to think that the
Yeah.
words were "Secret Asian Man,"
You didn't.
which like really.
What?
No, it's
it
like
fit my like my thoughts of like Jackie Chan and like what are the Rush Hour movies?
Rush
Rush
Hour.
Hour.
Yeah, I know who's the guy that
Chris Rock?
Chris
no,
Tucker.
Tucker,
no,
duh.
the Chinese dude.
Jackie Chan. You said that already.
You just said his
Okay,
name.
all right. Just want to make sure. Yeah, so that like reinforced my ideas of like secret agents. Jackie Chan, secret
What?
Asian
Or
man.
it'd be like I
What?
forget which James Bond movie it is, but they made they made Sean Connery Asian in one of the movies.
What?
I think it was You Only Live Twice. Like faked his death, came back, and he was in a kimono, and they like made his eyes squinty. Super not up to times,
Oh my
but
gosh. Wow, I did not know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, could you imagine that
pretty
today?
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine? I saw a shit on Twitter. It was a thread of millennials who just found out about Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. I
When,
saw
when
that.
Robert Downey Jr. did blackface.
Yeah.
And they're like, how is he not canceled? This is unbelievable. He hasn't even apologized. Disgusting. And I'm sitting there just face palming.
No,
Those
not millennials.
Well,
See, now
Gen
it's time.
Z,
Yeah,
yeah.
Gen Z. Fuck Gen Z. Even though
Connor,
we're
we're Gen
borderline
Z.
Gen Z. Oh, we're borderline
No,
millennials.
we
are
are
Gen
Gen
Z.
Z.
There is no specific point that they have marked millennials
1998.
and Gen Z. Yeah, no. Yeah, some people say millennials go till 1998 or
Yes.
so. We're 97, so we're millennials.
No. Millennials stop at 98. I'm sorry, I meant 96. I mean,
Yeah, some say 98.
Or no,
some
98.
say 96. Some say 96.
Yeah,
some
96.
some say
Millennials started
94.
at
Like
96.
it's all like we're like right on the borderline. That's what I'm saying.
yes, we are on the borderline, but I think we fall more on Gen Z than millennials. Millennials are like mid to upper 20s and 30s.
We're borderline. Millennials are like 40 years old. The oldest
Yeah.
millennials are like 40.
Okay, so do you relate more to a 40-year-old or to the No, I really don't want to compare us to the 15-year-olds.
Yeah,
of today.
wait. Do you relate more to the 10-year-olds today?
Can we be our own generation?
yeah.
I don't want to be either of them.
I think 90s babies have something. We have a little bit of 90s in us. The
Oh, for
kids
sure.
born in like 1999.
Any
they're not
kid
90s
born
baby.
after like 2000 or 2000 or after is just
Can die.
I know. I don't
I
relate
can't
to them
believe
at
that's a
all. They're
thing.
terrible.
I can't believe my little sister is 19 years old and she was born in 2001.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Leah's the only girl, the
That's
only
wild.
person born after 2000 that's okay. Like,
Yeah,
I hate
well.
everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, sorry if anyone's born after 2000. is
No,
listening
I'm
to
not
this.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
No,
You're-
Tropic Thunder is not one of the greatest movies, but it is a gem.
hilarious.
It is a gem.
hilarious.
Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr., he's playing
He's
a white Australian actor
He's
who is
playing
playing
a black it's so deep and so great.
Yeah.
I think
Oh my
I
gosh.
think I watched a video a month ago when RDJ he did an interview with Joe Rogan about specifically Tropic Thunder and if they would be able to make that same type of movie again today. And I think
Uh.
RDJ said you could, but it'd be like face a lot more scrutiny than it did then.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's already facing more
Well,
scrutiny
yeah.
than it did back then.
Yeah, it's kind of like when The Interview came out, like that movie.
That sounds
Yeah,
familiar. Who's in
it's
that?
the James Franco
James
Franco
Franco.
about
Kim
Kim Jong
Jong-un.
Un.
Oh,
North Korea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
is it confirmed that he's alive?
Ah, he's not
They've
dead.
shown pictures of him.
Like Weekend at Bernie's pictures, or
We don't know. I mean,
I've heard
I think
that
there's video too.
I've heard that the South Korean government is vouching that he's alive, so I'm assuming that he's alive.
But how do we know? Like, they've sent us videos of like him walking around, doing stuff. He was at some ceremony or something. But
Do we know when
what-
those were taken?
Yeah. How the fuck do we know when these are taken?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's alive because the South Korean government said he's alive, and the South Koreans have, up to this point, had no reason to lie about his.
I assume he's dead because TMZ reported it, and TMZ is
They know
always
everything.
Right. What's that?
Yeah.
What would when Kobe?
No.
They were the first to report it.
Yes, but I'm saying there was some guy who commented on that report saying, "Listen, TMZ has also said I've died 3 times, and they've been wrong every time." I forget who it was though. But yeah, TMZ has reported some guys or some celebrity has died 3 times, and each time they've been wrong.
That was really
didn't know
really
that.
shitty when they reported on Kobe because they broke the news before even its family was told.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Oh well, not oh well, but yeah, I don't know. What are some of your other favorite conspiracy theories? Any come to mind? Like, I'm a big conspiracy theory
Why
guy,
don't you
so
kick us
we
off?
talked about aliens last
What's
week.
your take on 9/11?
9/11.
It was
Bush
planned.
did 9/11,
Bush did
obviously.
9/11.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
no,
so
he
I-
didn't.
I agree. No, I
Some-
think
No,
he did.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
I don't think Bush did it. I think something was up though.
Well, obviously.
So when
something
you
was
so
up.
when you hear jet fuel can't melt steel beams, what do you think?
True.
I think. Wait. Jet fuel. Yeah, true.
Okay, it can't, but it greatly weakens the integrity of it, and it still would collapse.
Interesting.
I mean, there is a video of what happens to steel beams when they're applied to the same heat as jet fuel, and
But-
they collapse.
But what about? Did you see the Pentagon? What the plane that hit the Pentagon building?
What about it?
So it made like a.
Did you
It
see
made
it?
it made a much bigger like hole in the building than what a plane should have. So it made like a giant hole, and someone like matched up the wingspan of the plane to the building, but they didn't take into account that wings on a plane are super light and couldn't do that kind of damage. Like it like broke through the whole like wherever the plane he like put up the plane model. I'm like rambling now. Put up a monoplane to the hole in the Pentagon to match it up, and it kind of matched up, but not really. And then also, wings on a plane are super light and couldn't make that kind of damage. So they're saying that it is probably a missile that hit the Pentagon and not a plane.
I mean,
wish
but
you had-
but a plane definitely hit the Pentagon also.
yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
The only video they have is a security tape, and as you know, security tapes, at least back in 2001. So what they did is it was really just a series of pictures taken in a row. It wasn't actual video, so that's why when you see security tapes, it's like people are moving in like robotic motions, like one frame at a time, because that's how it's taken. So the only clip they have is the front, like, tiny nose of what's supposed to be a plane, in quotes, but really it's the nose of a missile.
Whoa.
Dun dun dun. What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
So you're telling me no plane wreckage was found at the Pentagon either?
There's no black box found,
Well, that's
and no.
there's a lot of cases, or not a lot of cases, but there's cases where black boxes aren't found.
Interesting. I don't know if I can't remember. There's a whole video on it. Some conspiracy theorist.
Well, there's a conspiracy theory video for everything.
Yeah. Whatever.
I can't remember, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But there's one I heard last week
We should
about
pull some up. Because honestly, I
could.
can't think of any.
if I mean
JFK. That is bullshit. JFK.
What, that he was shot?
No, he was shot.
There's
Abraham Lincoln.
very clear video of him being shot.
Have you seen the like slowed down like enhanced
What,
video?
when his face ceases to exist?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I
am I
seen it.
laughing so much about this? Yeah.
I feel like you know something.
Yeah, no. So the shot was supposed to come from a building that's not in the picture, not even close to the picture, and it's supposed to go through the front, like right of his head, and blow out the back. But in the video, the bullet comes from behind and blows out the front of his head.
Well, yeah,
And
he like
it's-
jerks and then gets.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like behind him is the grassy knoll, and that's what's always talked about.
There's a second shooter.
Yes, exactly. And Lee Harvey Oswald was set up to take the fall. Yes, it's true. Look up the conspiracy theory, man.
It's true. Look up the conspiracy theory. That'd be the greatest. That's the title of the podcast, actually.
Yeah, I guarantee that something else was in play with that whole assassination.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Okay.
Like I know for a fact that something was up.
My thing with 9/11 is what benefit would the United States have of doing an inside job?
Go to war. Duh. Economy booms every time we go to
You
war.
didn't think we could have done that anyway? Like, why would we need to sacrifice U.S. casualties for that?
I don't.
We need a reason.
We need someone.
We need the patriotism.
Something and
Why-
someone to blame
rally
it
around
on.
America.
Why couldn't we set up a bomb in the Middle East, not killing our soldiers, and reporting that soldiers did die?
Because it wasn't enough
It's
reason.
got to be in the homeland. If you come to America and attack America,
You have to
America's gonna
have
hit you
a
back.
big enough reason to send soldiers into battle where a bunch of soldiers are gonna die too.
You got to get the entire country to support these
Listen,
motives.
the Twin Towers and the Pentagon.
It's a lot.
That's almost too much of a
It's a
reason.
lot. Hey, listen,
Illuminati.
nobody's here protecting the government, saying that they're doing a great job.
Illuminati.
Oh.
Look, there's
know what?
bigger
Next-
things
next-
at play.
Next week, let's get George Bush on the podcast. We'll ask him,
I would love to just have some time with George Bush.
George
Oh my
W.
God. George W. Oh God, what a guy.
What a guy, what a human, what a character.
Hmm.
God, speaking of, this election is going to be a shit show. It's going to be the same thing as last election, Trump Hillary, where in terms of you have to vote for
No.
the biggest pile of shit.
Yeah, and Biden's.
He's
I
not
hate
gonna
to
win.
say it, he's gonna get destroyed, and it's
Yeah,
kind
and
of
then we're
weird
gonna-
to think about. And God, it's so weird. Another term of Donald Trump.
Sure, after I think 2 years ago when Trump really started to go downhill with all this shit, because when he first got elected, I'm like, hey, let's maybe give the guy a chance. Maybe he'll elect people that he'll listen to, but no, he elects people that he's friends with and just promotes his own agenda. So the
Yeah.
thought of after all that happened and all the outrage of everything he does, I'm like, surely after 4 years, there's no way he can get 4 more.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
sad that
Listen, you take away his Twitter, we'll be much better off.
I just love how I just love that he's like a meme now. He's just like, it's gonna be sad when we look back in time on how he was president.
What if
But
there is no
also,
time?
it's
What
gonna
if he
be-
is the end of the world?
Hey, remember when Donald
might be.
Trump was president? And then talk about how fucking insane everything was, and like, I don't know. It's just weird, man. Like, think about this debate that's coming up.
Oh, I
You know
can't
how
wait to
many
watch
names he's
that.
gonna call Joe Biden?
Yep.
Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe.
Yep.
It's gonna be so great from a comedy standpoint, but once you take a few steps back and go, oh my god, these are our candidates. It's like the episode of Community we just watched, where it's pop 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 pop, and that's gonna be the debate.
What is
Nobody's gonna
that?
get that reference.
Yeah,
but
what?
That's perfect.
No,
I don't get that.
People who watch Community will get it.
He
Well,
watches Community.
hopefully our whole audience watches Community.
I'd never heard of Community until a month ago.
Yeah,
when
and
you
it's
told
the
me to
greatest
watch
thing
it.
ever.
It's all right.
You take that back.
It's a decent show. Decent. But no, it'll be pure comedy watching that debate. However, not a single country in this world respects America anymore.
No.
No.
And that really hurts.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
care.
the United States is the Florida of the world.
Oh, we are.
U.S. man.
God, have you ever done that shit where you, if you Google your birthday, and
In
then
Florida.
and then Florida, yeah, and see what article pops up?
Oh no.
I think mine is.
Can we do that?
What?
Let's do that.
I mean, I've done. I know what mine is. I
Okay,
think mine,
do it for me
Okay.
right now.
I think mine is man masturbates in KFC fryer. What's your birthday?
What?
What's your birthday?
You don't know my birthday?
Eric, I just quizzed you on this like 2 weeks ago.
June 28th.
He doesn't know any of our birthdays.
1997. Wow.
I don't need to know the year.
Oh, just June 28th.
So June 28th, Florida man
I
is
don't
what
know
I'm
what
gonna
happens
Google.
on
2 weeks
June
ago, I asked
28th.
him if he knew our birthdays. He had no idea.
Okay, Connor, here we go. Florida man
Terrible.
back in jail after not paying for taxi that picked him up from jail.
Do me.
Wait, read it again. Florida man.
Hold on, because I have something I want to ask him before we do. Florida man back in jail after not paying for taxi that picked him up from jail.
Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
I
Wait.
want you, since it's your birthday, guess the circumstances that got him into jail the first time, and then I want you to like reenact
Oh.
kind of that scene after he got picked up.
Oh, we're doing some improv, huh?
Yeah. So what do you think he got into jail the first time?
I think he went to jail for shitting in an alligator farm.
Oddly enough, that's probably not a bad guess.
Let's see
There's a
here.
chance.
What was it? Oh, are you looking that up?
I
now?
am looking at his actual
Oh boy.
criminal mischief.
There
Criminal
it is,
mischief.
yes.
Yeah, so I was right. All right.
Ransacking his own home and damaging his roommate's belongings.
Wow. Nice. All right.
Was out on $2,000
Respect.
bail.
Okay.
Respect.
Okay. Respect.
So like what? How does he get in jail for not paying his taxi? Isn't that just a charge? You really get?
No, you'll get arrested. I
Really?
mean, they won't.
Well, yeah. I guess it's petty theft because he just.
They'll arrest
technically-
you for dining and dashing.
True.
No, I have a funny story though. Actually, so in college, my dad's roommate, he got arrested for jaywalking, and
What cop is stuck up enough?
sorry. He got a ticket for jaywalking.
What
yeah,
cop is stuck up enough to meet a quota?
I don't know. Yeah, he got a ticket for jaywalking. So then he went to court whenever to pay it or whatever it was, and then he jaywalked out of the courthouse and got another ticket for it. So it was funny hearing you say that.
That's something
'Cause-
that would happen to me.
Yeah.
That's exactly
How much is a
what
jaywalk ticket? Do you know?
I don't know, probably
$100.
If it's $100, I would
100.
lose my mind.
Maybe 50.
If it's 50, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Follow the law.
Jaywalking's dangerous, man. Just comply with the law, man.
Man. All right, what's your birthday is June.
Oh.
No, it's July. It's July, actually. I
Oh,
remember that
come
part.
on,
Oh, wow.
man.
It is July 7th.
Come on, man.
Ooh.
3rd.
Come on, man.
Second.
Close.
2nd?
No.
10th. High or low?
So close.
It's very close to June.
July 1st.
Yeah. Go, guy.
July 1st, Florida.
God.
Oh, you point. You look like you're point. Oh.
So Connor is pouring tequila into his Bud Light seltzer can. Hold on. Because that was not strong enough for him.
Dakota, this is great. There's 2 of yours. Both are fast food related.
Oh yeah.
One was last year. Florida man arrested after pelting girlfriend with McDonald's sweet and sour packets.
Yeah, that's my bitch.
How do you get arrested for that? No way that's real.
Man, he can throw a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. So when he gets sweet and sour packets in his hand, he leave a mark.
Holy shit.
other-
You bet
What
my
the hell?
McNuggets.
The other is Florida man arrested after breaking into Wendy's and making a burger.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Story time. time.
We have to talk about this.
We have to.
How do you
Okay.
both know a story about this and I don't?
Because I
So,
almost got arrested
let
for
me-
the same thing.
Let me. I'll start the story.
Oh, I do remember.
You finish it. Okay, so me and Dakota, what was it? My girlfriend and her family were at a bar in northern Kentucky, right across the river from where we live, and we went there to meet them. And is
The
this
bar was
correct?
closed.
The bar was closed, but we were
Because
already drinking somewhere.
We had already been at a different bar. We had taken we took an Uber to meet her family there. The bar was closed because this was like December 22nd, so right before Christmas. And they had closed down for the holidays.
Yeah. That's what it was. Bar was closed. They all left though, and we were like, "Oh, we'll just get an Uber back to our place." And so we ordered the Uber, and we were like walking down the street, and we saw a Popeyes, and we were like, "Ooh, Popeyes sounds amazing right now. Let's get some Popeyes." So we go up to it. It's obviously closed. It's like, midnight or whatever. It's
All the lights
closed.
are off.
All the lights are off. No one's in there. And
So I walk up to it. And I'm like, well, let's just see what happens if I pull in the door. And magically enough, the door is unlocked. So this was the outside door, and when you walk in, there's another door leading into the lobby. I was like, all right, well, there's no way this one will be open too. So I try it out, and what do you know? The door opens. So I'm like, yo, Connor, let's check it out.
oh my god.
So we walk into this Popeyes.
Whoa. I did not walk in with you. I
You-
stayed outside.
That's right. Okay, so I walked into this Popeyes.
He's alone in this charge.
Well, come on. Like, when are you ever going to get an opportunity to explore a restaurant?
My
After
question is,
close.
what did you think was going? Even so, you say I'm gonna see if it's
drunk.
okay, but like even
Very drunk.
I know, but I'm just like I'm trying to put myself in that state. It's like even if this door is unlocked, it's not like Popeyes has pre-packaged chicken wraps ready to go. You would have to turn on the fryer.
They had pickles.
Hey, listen, man.
My bad.
Listen, man. It was adventure time. As soon as that second door opened, it was on.
It was it was a green light.
And I saw him walk in. I was like, oh my god. And I think I whipped out my phone and started taking a video. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I walked in. There's nobody there. I checked, nobody there. So I was like, well, let's go. Let's check the kitchen, see what's going on back there. So I walk back, and they have like all their fryers in a row, and I see their big industrial freezers, and I'm like, well, let's just take a peek inside. So I open the freezer up, I take a look, and they've got just bags stacked on bags of their frozen chicken. And I
Those
look at
bastards freezer chicken.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So I look at the chicken, and then I take a peek behind me, and I look at the fryer, and the thought crosses my mind. I'm like, the Uber's not going to be here for 15, 20 minutes.
I got enough time to turn on the fryer.
It can't be that
That's
hard,
what he was
right?
thinking.
I am starving. They'll never notice a missing bag of chicken.
Oh my god.
Let's just fire this baby up, make some chicken, and head back home. And then I thought better of it. I didn't. I was like, you know what?
Thank God.
You know
It's
that.
just making me
had
nervous
I know.
listening to the story.
Had I made chicken, we both. Well, I would have ended up in jail. You might have gotten off.
I better have gotten off, even though we were both 20 years old at a bar
Underage.
with fake IDs, drunk in the middle of
You
downtown
did not
Covington,
just admit
Kentucky.
that.
I was gonna say if it wasn't for the fake ID parts, you may have just been put in a holding cell and then released in the morning.
Yeah, although they wouldn't have found our fakes. I guess they just would have noticed we were drunk and we were 20 years old. So,
Yeah.
so that was a little problem. So thank God you didn't turn on one of those fryers and start doing that.
Right. So I thought better of that. Closed the freezer. But figured I'd take a tour of the rest of the kitchen. Walked around the back. Went to the cash register, and next to the cash register, I have this big giant jar of hot pickles. I'm like, well, better than nothing. So I open the jar, take out a hot pickle, and I take a bite, and it's way too hot. So I brought it back outside.
They should have labeled this really hot
Yeah.
pickles.
I brought the pickle back outside. I was like, hey, Connor, here's a hot pickle for you. It's too hot for me.
Oh my
And Connor ate
God.
the pickle. And then, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes later, the
I don't
cops
think I
pulled
ate a
up.
pickle.
No, you didn't take it. I remember I threw it.
Yeah,
the
probably.
street.
That's. I
You
don't
didn't
think
eat
I
it.
ate. I did not want to be a part of that. And then about a minute later, it was
A minute.
right
I
after.
remember. it.
Wait, you think
Cop car rolls up with its lights on. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Wait, you think there was like a silent alarm?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
That's what they said that. They were
Oh.
like, oh yeah, you guys tripped the alarm, and I was like,
Oops.
And they let you go?
well, I was like, okay, listen, we went up to try. I think they knew we were drunk, but the thing that saved us is I told them like, hey,
Saved us.
our Uber is like pulling up. Like I had my phone out, and it tells you obviously where the Uber is. I'm like,
Also, you can
Uber's
say
about here.
so you can say like we had no intention of actually doing this. We were just seeing.
Yeah, yeah,
Well-
and to say like I think they were just like once they knew that we were getting an Uber home. Like usually cops like they're just like, all right, as long as these kids
As long
are,
as these
like,
drunk kids aren't going out to drive.
Yeah, yeah.
like,
they
Or
they
causing
knew we were
more
going
trouble.
Yeah.
home, and maybe they knew we were drunk. They probably didn't know he went inside. They probably just thought he like tried the door or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, so they let us go, and then they say like, "Oh, you're fine as long as we don't find anything on the security camera."
Yeah, so they took our IDs and everything. Like,
yeah,
You realize? Okay.
yes,
Yeah,
we gave them
we
our
gave
real
them our
IDs.
real
They ran
ones.
our IDs. Like, obviously, we didn't have any kind of record or anything. Gave us our IDs back, and we're like, all right, you boys are good to go home. But we're gonna check the security cameras, and if there's any damage to the inside of the restaurant,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna be in trouble. And we're like, yes, sir, absolutely. Have a good night. And I guess they never found anything. They didn't care that I stole
Wait, yeah,
a
good.
pickle.
Good thing you didn't smash the jar. Of... Fuck this! It's too hot.
Yeah, I didn't go in there and start flipping
There's
the
a-
chairs off the table.
there's a lot that could have gone wrong, and
And we
I kind of wish you
didn't.
would like successfully like turn on the fryer
just
and,
left it.
and like no, and you like made the best batch of hot chicken. Like they go to check the footage and like this motherfucker, he's wasting our product, and like you leave the sandwich on the counter. They tried the next morning, like, oh my god, he's talented.
gold.
It's the best chef we've ever had. We gotta hire
who
him.
is this man?
Yeah.
Call the police. We got to figure out what his name was.
Exactly. We gotta get him into management.
So yeah, that was it's really dumb, but
Kind of funny though, honestly.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah, we've had a lot of yeah.
All right, so
Great
I
stories like
I
that.
re-googled my Florida man. I lied about mine. I forgot that I'm actually proud of my Florida man.
Oh, really?
Florida man arrested for attempting to barbecue child molesters.
no.
What?
Okay.
So
Wait, was it Dexter?
no. So at least this man
Aw.
is on the good side of evil.
Of child molesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Dexter. Yeah.
Yeah, he kills the bad people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine then.
Yeah, I'll take that any day.
Well, how do you think he got into that? Do you think he started out as a guy that just liked to barbecue stuff,
As a child.
and then is like, I could use my abilities for good, and
Yeah, use my abilities.
he's a great
He's
barbecue.
looking at his backyard like, shit, dude, I got a smoker that can fit at least like 5 pigs. That can probably fit a body or 2.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
How do
this,
you-
I could definitely do some good with this talent I have.
I'm wondering if he had like, not to sound bad, I don't know if he was like a victim of child molestation as a kid, because like
That'd
that's
be like Dexter.
exactly that's the only thing I can imagine him wanting, like having a reason to do that.
He's just a cannibal, guys.
What is that?
Easy victims.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. He's a cannibal, and he's like Dexter because Dexter, the premise is he's a murderer, and his foster dad knows that he has this like weird, like not weird, like this urge to kill people, and he develops a set of rules for Dexter to follow, like never kill innocent people, always kill bad people, so it
Mhm.
fulfills his needs, but he also is killing the bad people. So maybe this guy, I forget where I was going with
Cannibal.
this.
Cannibal.
Oh yeah, maybe he's a cannibal and he really likes barbecuing stuff. He's good at that.
He's really
And
good.
his dad realized that at some point and was like, you know what, son? You need to use this power for good.
Power.
So you need to fucking barbecue child molesters and eat them. Oh my gosh.
We have a call in on the podcast.
Oh, answer it.
The first of many.
Put it on speaker.
Hi, you're live on the Dapd podcast. What do you got to say for yourself?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
You wanna go get beer?
We're in the middle of the podcast right now.
You want some Popeyes?
What?
You want some Popeyes?
Some Popeyes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
chicken?
Popeye's chicken.
Dakota knows how to
What?
whip them up real good.
We were just talking about, stories and stuff, but all right, well, I'll call you after. Thanks for calling in though. It's great having you.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Call
Hey,
back anytime.
I would be a great guest on the show.
Oh, really?
You guys never replied to my DM with all my ideas.
Okay, no, we can talk about that. Hold on. We'll talk about once you hang or once that call's over. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye, I love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Aww. So yeah, I DM.
Podcast official.
It's out there. After 2 years, it's finally. I texted Connor the other day. I'm like, hey, Sammy sent us a DM on the Dapd Twitter for she has an idea or suggestion. I'm like, do you want to handle that since you're dating her? And he goes, yeah. And then like 3 or 4 hours later, he goes, I don't see it. But he didn't, because there's two things to our DMs. Like they're open, but any DMs go to a request tab. So he didn't click. So he didn't request or click on the request tab. So he just didn't see it.
Oh, oops.
I accepted the request, so now you can see it, and now you can talk to her.
Oh yeah, I saw it, and then it only said I have a suggestion, and I wasn't having any of that bullshit.
So you didn't reply to it?
No, I figured I'd just talk to her in person.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
I didn't mean
oh,
reply to her
yeah.
on the Twitter, but talk to her in person.
Well, she did that normal bullshit. She's one of the persons that says she doesn't just ask you a question or state something.
Hey,
she says,
Sammy from the future.
she says, hey, question, or she says, hey, can you do me a huge favor? Or hey, I want to tell you something. She doesn't just tell me it, and I'm like, just fucking state your question immediately.
State your business, woman, and be gone. Okay, so Sammy from the future, have a conversation with Connor. He'll handle it.
And quit wasting his time, damn it.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be working on the podcast. It's a full-time job.
Because then I gotta send a text back to her saying what,
Oh,
and then she,
What, woman?
God, there's red tape everywhere. This is preposterous.
and then she has to send another text back with the actual question. I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And she doesn't just type all her sentences out. I know a lot of people do this.
Yeah.
They send one sentence, then send another, then send another. But I'm already replying to the first sentence, and then I respond, and she sends the second sentence, and it's a whole nother addition to the first sentence. I'm like,
Well, if you know that, just wait, because I do the same thing. I'll send like 4 or 5 texts. In a row.
just
That's
period.
how you talk, though.
Period. Space.
Oh.
No, that's what a period is for. It's the end of statement. That is what it is for.
I don't know. I just think it flows better if you send separate text.
Why? That
I
doesn't
don't
make
like the way
sense.
that a big paragraph looks.
Well, yeah. Plus, I agree with Dakota honestly, because like
Then do sentence, enter, and have a big blank
No.
line. And why doesn't that work? What?
No.
it's just when for text, whenever I see a period, I read it as very harsh and negative.
It's mean.
Like
Then
fine,
I don't.
fine.
Need, well,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
One word in a period. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
that's
no,
the
no. What
example
I'm
I'm
saying.
using.
Okay, fine. Don't put periods. Just type out
I
your
hate
sentence.
texting Connor.
Just type out your sentence and then
Sidebar.
enter, and then you have a big space and then a new line and then enter and put a new line. But when I'm on my phone already and I get a text from you and it's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? I want to do, I don't know, maybe this. And then I start responding with my answer, and then you say, but that's not really a good idea, and I'm already responding to it, or I already sent my response, but you send your thing. I don't know. I just...
Not a
Okay,
big
so
deal.
I have a foot in both sides of this. Because one, I do not like big long texts. But if I'm texting someone and if I'm telling a story, so I already know what I'm going to say,
Yeah.
then I will send it all in one long one.
Yeah.
But if I'm just talking, then it's going to be multiple separate ones as it comes to me.
Okay, but what if it's just like, hey, And then Sammy goes, she types out, hey, and then sends it. And then types the next sentence, and it's like 2 words, sends it.
Well, that's stupid.
Next.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I never do. Hey.
if it's like 10 total words, but like 2 separate thoughts or three separate in 10 words.
Gosh, please
she'll
publish a book on the
Yeah, I was
rules of
gonna say you're getting into a very structured format of what can be
If it's
considered
a 3,
text.
4, and 8, you can...
I don't know. It's just stupid.
You want to know
don't
what I hate about texting you?
What?
Eric, please tell me that you agree with this. Every single text that Connor sends, no matter what it is, ends in ...
No.
Yes, and it has
That's
the
not
most
true.
condescending tone to it.
Really? I'll get out my. That's when
I
I'm
gotta
trying
check.
to be condescending. I know what ... means.
You're being condescending like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I'm a very condescending person.
It's
You don't
so
say.
annoying.
Oh.
Did he do it? Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Where? Didn't do it there. Didn't
Okay,
do
that's
it
in a
there.
group message.
Okay, here, hold on. Here's my. Is the last bag of chips on top of the refrigerator the last bag we have? Connor goes, yeah, I guess. And then he replies, want to toss today? I said, I'm playing Call of Duty, LOL. He goes, oh, right. ...
Yeah, because I'm trying to be condescending. That's supposed to be.
You're a dick.
Right.
You're a dick.
Because he's fucking playing Call of Duty, so he can't toss baseball for 10 minutes.
I will say that's like the only.
Yeah,
Oh.
see?
This
Oh.
one text message has 2 separate ... in one line.
Well, what is it? I want to hear it.
Hold on.
Come on, talk. Get it out there.
No.
No?
No, not good to say on the podcast.
Oh, well, apparently I'm a terrible person.
No, it's not about you.
Oh.
Dakota will remember it.
Let me see.
Oh, no. Nah, no.
So it's about. Oh, yeah. Oh. ... Yeah, don't want to talk about that. That'll bring up a past that I don't like. A past self of Connor.
Oh.
Well, not
Sorry,
really.
I just
but,
bashed my microphone.
But yeah, so it's supposed to be like a shit. I can't. I just made a facial expression and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Audio
That
listeners
facial
can't-
expression made me want to hit you.
Like a.
Okay, no, here's one I can talk about. It's one text, long, and it has 3 ...
Okay, do it. Read it.
Okay, so January 30th. You remember this one? Can you check and see if there's any water under my laptop? I'm at work, ... And then I replied, yeah, there's a lot. What the fuck happened? And then you go, Jesus Christ, could you please dry it off? ... Someone spilled water all over my desk and all my shit last night. ... I came home this morning to everything soaked. ... And the 3 others say they have no idea what happened. Just thought of the water maybe being under there though. ...
I wonder why I was trying to sound condescending in that. Maybe because I was fucking pissed that my whole laptop was soaked in water.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
I know how to use my ... But
you use it
You know, sometimes I'm
90%
being
of
an asshole.
conversations.
Sometimes I'm being an asshole.
all the time.
So, okay, 3 dots isn't that bad. That just
Here we
means
go
like
with the numbers again.
but anything more than
He does
3
have a
dots,
structure to it. It's weird.
Yeah, anything more than 3 dots, the more dots, the angrier I am. Or 3 dots doesn't necessarily mean angry. It just means like sarcasm. Like, you know how I can be like very sarcastic, like an asshole kind of, like, you know how some
No.
people, yeah, like that. ... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that. So sometimes I'm just being like, you know, my funny, playful, sarcastic
No, it's
asshole
not funny.
self.
Nobody
It
else
should
enjoys
be.
it.
It's supposed to be hilarious.
Well, it annoys me.
You know,
Well,
I also use
yeah.
dots, but very rarely, and I don't use them to sound condescending. So I'm trying to find
That's
examples.
what they. See, he doesn't get it.
No, I use dots as in I'm like asking a question sort of thing. Like
So you're asking a condescending.
like
question.
someone will ask me a question, I'll go, and then I'll go yes, ... as in like what did you want from this?
All right, so you're both dicks.
No,
Yeah.
I don't use them
Are you
nearly as much.
fucking stupid
Look,
or
I'm
something?
scrolling through my text
That's
messages.
exactly what I feel like when you
Yeah.
put the dots. Are you,
Yeah.
are you an idiot?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to sound like.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
Why can't we just be friendly over text?
I don't know. You know.
But also, I'm scrolling through my text messages. I can't find any ... from me.
All right, I think we've had enough of the ...
No, English majors are loving this.
I don't know, guys. Send in all your most disliked texting.
I really don't like texting in general. Honestly.
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't either.
Well, the way my mind works, I'm very much in my own head, so I'll overthink a lot of things.
Yeah.
So someone will say something over text, and I'll
yeah.
start reading into it and be like,
Oh,
well, what did they really mean?
Oh yeah.
You never
yeah.
know the
oh,
tone or
Yeah,
emotion in
something-
the
the tone is what fucks me up.
One of the biggest
So-
things my old manager said was like after someone misconstrued something that I not misconstrued, it's just something that I misconstrued too. But he told me, he's like, Connor, no matter what you send to people, unless you try as hard as you can to make it sound happy and like nice, anyone who reads an email is gonna read it in a condescending or like bad way. Like if you just send like straight up, like you're just trying to email someone back real fast and you send like one sentence, period,
Have a great
thanks,
day, period.
yeah.
Dude, when I do one sentence
And-
email replies, I never punctuate.
Yeah, well, that's what people read that and they usually think, oh, they're mad or
Mhm.
they're like, they're not happy about something and
I use so many exclamation points in my
Yeah.
emails.
I try to, whenever I put thanks, if you put just thanks, comma, or thanks, period, bad. But thanks, exclamation point,
Oh yeah.
makes you sound happy.
Oh yeah.
Exclamation points fuck me up. Exclamation points and periods.
You have to use them on positive words only.
Well, yeah.
If you don't use them on positive words, then it sounds like you're yelling at people.
I get so many emails and texts where I'll see periods or it's periods and exclamation points. They fuck me up so much as far as like me reading into them and seeing like what they actually mean.
Yeah.
Because period or exclamation points to me, for the majority, when I read it in my head, it sounds super sarcastic. Like,
yeah.
from my coworkers, I'll get exclamation point emails where they'll be like, "Thanks for your help in turning around this so fast. I'm so thankful for your work." And I'm sitting there going, "You motherfucker, where do you get off?"
Yeah, no,
Talking
I know what you
down to
mean.
me.
Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, so when I get an exclamation point email, I go, "No problem, period."
Bitch.
Oh, you know what you did.
Oh man. Yeah. Work emails are great. They're my favorite thing about work.
Speaking of just work in general, I've been off. This is my first full week off.
Wait. Before you start the story,
It's not a story.
I have to use the restroom. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Well, that's
I really have to.
very inconvenient.
And I have to use it too, but I'm holding it because
I can't. I've been holding it. For
we're almost an
the
hour
past-
in. And okay,
All right, Eric.
you don't go in the shower.
Just keep it going. I do.
Okay, that.
Just
hold on.
keep it going.
Real quick, do you pee in the shower?
Make some good content.
Why is this a question?
It's a human question. It's yes or no.
We had this question asked in high school in Dr. Wallert's AP US Push class because Shelby said that she was talking to Taylor and she was like, "Yeah, I pee in the shower and I pee in your shower when I'm at your house," and Taylor did not like that, and so that was a discussion that we had during class whether or not we peed in the shower. Yeah, I pee in the shower.
Good.
Probably
I can
every
trust
shower I take.
Good. Yeah.
Hot water.
Well, there's people who say they don't pee in the shower because they're afraid of it pulling around, I guess, their feet. Or
Pee straight into the drain.
first of all, yeah, they're like, it's mainly girls who like when guys say I pee in the shower. Girls say, "Oh my god, how can you stand there with it around your feet?" And then they forget we have an aiming device,
It's
and
very-
we go straight into the drain. But also, I guess girls with their long hair, it clogs up the drain. So I guess if they do go in the shower and they have a clogged drain, I guess it pulls a little bit. But still, you're in a literal cleaning machine. Like it's not.
You're gonna get clean.
Anywho, all I'm saying is peeing in the shower is perfectly fine and natural, and you should do it. So
Some
nice.
might even say therapeutic.
Exactly, honestly. Anywho, the only thing that's weird is that if you're in a steamy shower and if you don't drink a lot of water, it can get stinky, but it goes away. Right. Anywho, what was it? Oh yeah. So, with work, I'll wait for Connor to get back. I'll bullshit till he gets back.
Connor, do you pee in the shower?
He
Connor
said yes.
pees in the shower.
Okay. Connor's a human being. Nice. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's for the most part girls.
Normalize peeing in the shower.
I'm actually curious if there's guys who don't pee in the shower, and I'm wondering why.
There's definitely germaphobes who.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but still, why? Is it? You can aim it to the drain.
Connor says it's unsanitary, which in theory it is unsanitary. But point one, if you drink the amount of water you're supposed to every day, your pee is pretty much water anyways.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Two, it is unsanitary, but to Eric's point, you're literally in an area where you're going to disinfect everything with soap, or at least you should be. So you can get clean after you get dirty. It's okay.
All right, back to my original point. I honestly forget how we got on the peeing in the shower.
You just brought her up, man.
I know.
Really weighing on your mind.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Welcome back. We missed you dearly. Anywho,
Work.
so I'm in a transition period for my current job where I'm going from an intern to a full-time employee.
Woo, Connor, woo!
So they gave me 2 weeks off, and this is my first. This is the end. This is Friday of recording, so this is the end of my first week off, and we're still in quarantine. I have no idea what to do with myself. I literally sleep to like 9:30 and play video games, and I feel worthless as a human.
You are worthless.
I'm contributing nothing to
I feel
society.
worthless every day. That's what I do, and I have a job, and I'm supposed to be working.
Well, I work, and I feel like I'm doing things.
No, I do work sometimes, but
Connor, do you know how many times this week I've heard the Star Wars theme song play from your room?
well, no, okay, that's going on. That means I am working. When you're not hearing it, that's when I'm not working.
I know what you're saying.
You know,
It's just weird.
I'm watching Clone Wars, and Clone Wars is a show that it's not super in depth, and I just have it on while I'm doing my work. And okay, when you're not hearing anything from my room,
That means it's nap time.
Yeah.
You're either hearing Clone Wars or me talking on the phone, training with people and stuff. But when you don't hear anything, I got my Nintendo Switch off the dock, and playing something on there, or just taking a little break. A little break turns into an hour-long.
I was gonna say a little 3-hour break.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Hey, I get my work in. I worked till like 8:00 one night this week, and
I worked till 9 last night.
ooh,
You did?
shit,
Wait.
really?
That last night or the
Why?
other night before that?
Last night.
When I yelled at you for working at
It was
7
Thursday
p.m.
night.
Why?
We had a deadline to hit.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yep. So I was working till I called it quits at 9. We didn't hit our deadline, but I was like, listen, man.
Ooh.
It wasn't my fault. I got pulled from another division to help out with somebody else's deadline.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, 13-hour workday. Yesterday.
Wow.
I'm assuming you get time and a half.
You would assume incorrectly because I'm salary.
Salary, bitch. You don't get that shit when you're salaried.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Yeah, no.
You just get standard?
We get our
Yeah.
salary.
You get your salary
annoying.
and you get your work done that you need to get done. That's it.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
it can be. I mean, when I get my work done,
If
early,
you get it done early,
I'm
yeah,
off
you're
early.
yeah.
Bro,
No big deal.
bro.
So
bro.
if you focus and unlike me and
get your
get
shit
your
done.
shit done.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. I have to shift into gears.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
it's different. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever worked that late. Actually, that's the first time I ever worked past probably 6.
Hmm.
But yeah, had to.
Interesting.
We can we expand on our kitchen appliances and whatnot?
You mean just get more stuff?
Yeah,
We don't have room
Why?
for more stuff right now.
I don't mean like actual like
Come on, buddy. Spit it out.
Equipment or what?
Appliances?
like a fridge, like a
Yeah, I'm not that stuff. I'm saying
Yeah,
like
I know you want like an
you
air
mean-
fryer
no,
and you
no,
want a
he's talking about,
toaster
like,
and
spatulas and
yeah, stuff like that. 'cause, like
those are not appliances.
I just-
yeah, see now.
Not even
utensils.
close,
But
yeah.
we do. I think
Yeah, we need more knives. We need like a set of kitchen knives.
I think we also-
I bought an entire set
well,
of
no, I'm
kitchenware.
thinking we also need like some thermometers and shit. Cause like I've been
What?
like, this is what I'm trying to get to. And in my time off, what I've been doing is watching a lot of binging with. I've never watched binging with Babish
I love
until this
binging
past
with
What the
week.
fuck is that?
Love it.
You're
Uh,
you're joking,
That
right?
cooking show?
Kind of, not
It's
really.
it's like
Yes,
they-
it is a cooking show, but it's not like your traditional cooking show. It's
Okay.
on YouTube.
yeah.
It's a series.
It's the one that
It's-
you were watching.
Yeah, the one at the
They
very beginning
make
of quarantine.
shit-
Yeah.
They make shit from movies. Is
Well,
that right?
that's one of his series.
Yeah, he
does.
does.
Oh,
he
okay,
does a lot of
okay,
TV
gotcha.
shows inspired stuff, but he
Why
also
don't-
does like just basics.
Why don't we do that?
Cook stuff from TV shows.
People would probably watch that. Us cooking shit.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
absolutely.
I'm all for making
Okay.
food
There's
and
no way
filming
we can
it.
get all three of us in our kitchen.
Well, exactly,
Yes.
but I'm all for making food and filming it. But like, we don't have a mixer, we don't
A
have
food processor.
a food processor. We
You
like
gonna
that's what
buy
I'm
a
saying.
mixer?
What?
Do you mean like a blender or a mixer?
Both,
Like
What is
because I
a
think we should have
mixer?
both.
like a kit. What is that?
A KitchenAid?
KitchenAid.
Yeah, like
Mixer?
knead dough and shit, and
You
then
gonna drop
Oh.
$250 on a mixer?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I wish we could have that because like half those videos we watch or I watch, I'm like, that looks so good. I wish I could make that, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I go, wait, we don't have half the stuff required to
Bitch,
make it.
I'm not buying a mixer.
No, but this
I'm
is-
waiting
this
for
is
my
all-
wedding and someone else buying
Yeah,
it
this
for
would be
me.
like a wish list and something that I'll
Boom.
probably do when I'm like 27. Is I'll have
Yeah.
a badass kitchen where I can cook. a bunch
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
food.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not gonna do that because
But, like,
we
I-
are
I-
23 and poor.
I know, I'm just saying.
and
You
we don't
can
cook
still make
enough.
good shit without all the
imagine if, like when
appliances.
we were apartment shopping and we went on that place in OTR and we had that kitchen.
Oh baby.
We could do the stuff I'm talking about.
Except that we still can't buy all the appliances that he.
Yeah, we don't
has.
have the money, Eric. Money.
money.
We do have the money.
I mean, we could move around the money.
The three of us combined, sure, we couldn't buy it all at once, but we could space out the purchases. And honestly, it's not that much stuff we need.
Why are we talking about this?
Yeah,
though?
'cause I
I'm
wanted
just
this
realizing
come
this
up.
is like a roommate like discussion that
That's
we're
fine.
just having.
That's fine. We need to air it. We need to air out the grievances. The point of the discussion is I'm off of work. I have time. I'm watching these videos. I go, wow, I want to make all this. And then I get up and go, wow, I can't make all this.
This sounds like a you problem.
What's an us problem?
Hup.
You like cooking, don't
Wait,
you?
wait,
I
what-
love to cook.
Exactly.
One last thing that I want to talk about before we move on to anything else. So, as you all know, we all live in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, Cincinnati, Ohio, great city. I love this city.
Any people?
I
It's the
I
best
love
city.
this city. It is amazing.
They tell me it's the greatest.
It is the best city in the world. But anyways, great city. Love living here. But, kind of want to move somewhere else eventually. I want to know, like, is there some place you guys really want to move realistically,
Yes.
like in the near future when you're still young?
Yeah.
Anywhere
Yes.
realistically,
Yep.
whether it's in the United States or out.
Uh-huh.
Go.
Yep. So within the U.S., Colorado. It doesn't have to be Denver, but Denver's cool. I would like to go to Colorado or Utah. Anywhere that's got kind of the mountain ranges and skiing options. Arizona. That really out west, like Seattle. I do not want to go to California or like San Francisco, anything like that.
Why is that over Seattle?
San Francisco's a shithole.
Okay.
Seattle is beautiful. I don't think San Francisco.
when it's not raining.
What have you been to? We do have a Seattle listener.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh,
going to
do
say.
we really? No
We
way.
do.
Okay,
I thought you were
so
going to say San Francisco. I'm like,
I've got a family member in Seattle,
or at least a
Seattle.
Washington listener.
Okay, well, she lives like right on the Sound.
Have
in
you been
Seattle.
there?
No, but I've seen her pictures, and I mean, it looks incredible.
Okay.
So Seattle, like Portland, would be another place that I would consider. Colorado, Utah, Arizona, like Phoenix or
No.
Scottsdale.
Wait. So I want to ask.
Or
You're
Texas.
a beach guy, aren't you?
No, I'm a mountains guy.
I know you like the mountains, but don't you like the beach too?
Well, I do like, yeah, I like the beach.
So you wouldn't like think about San Diego?
I'm not gonna say no to San Diego.
Okay.
I don't.
was-
that's not like on the top of my list. I've had a reason to go to San Diego. like,
okay. I was
and
just
I could
wondering, like.
afford it and, yeah, sure. Like,
Okay.
That's,
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I would say. Yeah. Chicago's always been a dream of mine. I'm a big city kind of guy.
yeah, you are.
But also, no. But I also love nature and stuff too.
Except
Which
that
is the problem
you won't
with.
go on a
Chi-
muddy hike tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. But that's. I'm not talking about that. Okay. But
It's bullshit.
But Denver is one of the big places that I would love to go. Big city and in the mountains. Where that's the problem with Chicago is you have the big city and you have a lake like the Great Lake, but Lake
Let's
Michigan.
move to Denver.
But there's nothing else to do around Chicago. But Denver, that has a lot. But I've been thinking about. So I was always kind of against California because not against California, but I mean, you hear about how expensive it is.
It's expensive. It's got wildfires. It's got earthquakes.
I
it
hear
just
I hear
seems like a
firsthand. I hear
disaster.
firsthand now. Like
What
what's
are
that?
you?
Air
What are you
explosions
living
in
in the
San
Hollywood
Francisco.
Hills or something in $1 million home?
Hey man, if you got the money,
My brother has a place smaller than this and pays.
No. I'm talking about wildfires.
Oh. I mean, my brother was close enough to the most recent wildfire.
yeah,
He said he could see and smell the smoke from where he was in Palo Alto.
I guess you could smell
yeah,
it.
Connor.
But
yeah.
what was his place in? Was it gonna burn down?
No, he wasn't in danger where
Yeah.
where he
Okay,
was.
Yeah,
That-
I know. Yeah.
That's so case by case in California.
Oh.
Or not
if
case by
you're
case, but
in,
region-
like,
region by region.
downtown, wherever downtown LA,
Yeah, you're-
downtown wherever,
you're
you're
safe.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's if you're in the Hollywood Hills or in the hills somewhere where there's
I want to live in the
Russian.
woods.
But California is
it's
still
just
waiting
not
for the
woods,
big
I
one
know,
to
I'm
happen.
kidding.
No,
yeah, I know.
Not wait.
But
Not wildfire, but
anyways, that's
earthquake.
but I've looked back into it. I think I would move to LA. I don't know about San Francisco's a little more expensive, even though I think I would love the weather in San Francisco.
Well, of course, the weather in California is amazing.
No, but San Francisco specifically, it's like 40 to 70 all year round.
Yeah,
Doesn't go
that's what I'm saying.
below or above 40 or 70.
Yeah, I'm not really attracted
45
to
or
California.
70.
Well, not yeah. Neither am I. I love
Really not.
California is
I
great.
think you would be if you went there and saw it.
California is great to visit. Having visited, I would not live there.
But why is that?
I do not like the normal life environment.
Okay.
It's great
that's
as
fine.
it's great as a tourist.
Do
but
you think it's just as beautiful? Where you visited, do you think it was just as pretty as like something like Seattle?
I don't know. I have never seen pictures or visited Seattle, so I can't
But
say.
Seattle's
but
beautiful.
was it pretty? Was it very
Yes.
pretty?
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
Dakota called San Francisco, I quote, a shithole.
It is.
Oh, it
There's literally
is.
shit in the streets.
I know there's a big homeless problem.
Literally
there.
shit in the
I mean, I don't want to
streets.
call it a problem. It is a problem.
My brother,
but-
before he moved, he had a homeless meth head outside of the fence to his apartment complex, and the police called her Hollywood Hillary.
Wow.
'Cause she would end up in a holding cell once a week. She would hop
Damn.
up on meth, piss someone off, and the police would have to come get her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So go Cincinnati. I think it's a great city to live in.
Cincinnati, and I think it might be USA Today. For like the past 5 years, has been in the top 3 cities
Murder?
for recent.
Oh,
College
College
grads.
grads,
Yeah.
so-
'Cause it's so cheap.
they're
And
very
there's
cheap.
a lot to
it's
do.
so young, and like you said, there's
Yeah.
so much to do.
Okay,
It's a great
okay.
city.
So I want to talk about a couple other cities. So I was Chicago, Denver. My 2 other ones, I think, my big ones. Besides, like, I'd like to dabble out west. I don't really know a lot about out west, so it's really far away too. So I don't know. But Austin, Texas,
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
That's my
I
dream
would
city.
do Austin.
and Charlotte, North Carolina.
I would do Charlotte. I like
Charlotte, North Carolina is the Austin, Texas of the East Coast. It's a big up and coming tech city, and there's lakes everywhere, which
Yeah,
I
I
love
do-
lakes
I like
and
North
whatnot.
Carolina. That's cool.
But yeah, Austin, Texas. big one.
Austin is my number 1 city where I want to move to eventually.
Yeah.
The only
figured.
thing that keeps me away from Texas is spiders and the like.
Whatever. Get over yourself. Come on, man.
You both know I have arachnophobia.
Bro,
why are you
what-
acting like this surprises you?
What in the hell? The one thing that keeps you away from Texas is
Spiders?
spiders.
Yeah,
Dude, there's spiders everywhere.
but the big venomous kinds are in Texas.
It's not Australia. Come on, man.
No, but the quantity of them is
No.
yes.
There's tons
The
of spiders
spider
here.
per capita in Texas.
I've had a friend who lived in Texas, and he said seeing big spiders was almost a daily occurrence for him.
So that would keep you from moving to Texas.
No, it wouldn't. I'm saying it
Sounds
wouldn't.
like a good way to get over your fears.
I'm not saying I'm misworded it. It wouldn't keep me from it, but that'd be a downside.
What would you be more scared of, finding a spider in your shoe or a scorpion?
Yep.
Spider?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna
That's
kill the
interesting.
spider when you put your shoe on. You're gonna feel the pain.
Also, scorpions. It's the smaller, the bigger they are, the less harmful they are.
Okay, well they got real small
Okay,
ones too.
yeah.
They do. But
But okay, yeah. So I was my aunt and uncle. They lived in Vegas, and they would find scorpions in their shoes.
All the time.
And that is
I've
so
heard
scary.
that.
You have to like dump your shoes out before
Yeah.
you put them on.
So the girl I dated in high school, Lauren, she lived down there too, and they had to
yeah.
always dump their shoes out.
right now I'm
Yeah.
gonna pee. You guys improvise.
Come on.
Oh, what? You
guys.
can't hold it? That's ridiculous.
We're over now. I've been holding it.
You freaking walnut bladders.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here in a little bit. We'll probably cut a little bit of it out. We don't know. We'll have Eric
No,
edit
this
it
is all
by
gold.
himself. I know it's all
gold.
pure gold. We're always
Pure
pure gold, but
We're
you
like
know,
Velveeta.
Velveeta cheese,
Gold.
the best cheese
Liquid
out there.
gold.
Liquid
But
gold.
we're solid gold.
Yeah.
Golden solid.
All right, so that's cool. We talked about where we want to live.
Yeah. And then of course you guys know that I want to go to Australia eventually.
Yeah, Australia. That's wild.
I want to do it. I want to do
Why
it.
Australia?
Because there's so many different environments to experience in Australia.
More than the United States?
Okay, maybe not, but
Mm.
maybe not. Maybe not. But also like I want to get out of the country.
Okay.
Like I want to be
All right.
international. I just want to experience a different culture. Australia is a very from what I've read, a very laid back culture.
Australia is. Did you know that they are dubbed the most like the U.S. in the world?
Okay, so maybe it's not completely out of my comfort zone, but it's a little.
I guess some part, at least the more developed parts, because their business structure, their economic system is almost exactly the same as the U.S.
All right, cool. So I'm getting an international experience with a little touch of home.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm trying to get a completely different lifestyle experience.
all right, okay. Well, that's what you're kind of leading to.
No, I just mean like it's a different culture, like
Another one.
a different lifestyle. It is a different.
There's another
lifestyle.
case in there. Okay, get another one now. Good. Good. Speaking of that, I just wanted to throw something out there real quick. If you guys haven't heard yet, Boba Fett is going to make an appearance in Mandalorian Season 2, the hit Disney Plus show. Hashtag ad.
You don't need to watch that documentary.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But, okay, I don't want to talk too much about Star Wars, though.
Disney Plus has a documentary on the making of Mandalorian season 1.
I don't care how they made it. I just want to watch this.
It's really cool. They use, you know how a lot of things use
They talk
green
about
screens?
the set. They talk about the set design.
You know how a lot of shows use green screens, instead of going to the actual place? Mandalorian uses giant LCD screen, like a room that's like a circle of LCDs
Oh, that is cool.
instead of green screens. So
Very cool.
yeah,
Very
it's
interesting.
pretty cool.
All right, should we wrap it up with why you should never trust Connor to do your grocery shopping for you?
I think we should.
Should we?
Okay, yeah.
Coulda. Say I were to go to the store, and I wanted to know the quantity of a certain item to get. Who should I not text?
Do not text Connor.
Why is that?
Well, you see, Eric, Connor doesn't know the simple terms for quantities of food.
Really?
Yeah. So this weekend, Connor was going to the store, and he left, and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to Kroger," and I was like, "All right, cool." And then a few minutes after he's left, I was like, "Oh shoot, I need bananas for this next week." So I texted him and said, "Hey, would you mind picking up a bunch of bananas for me?" He was like, "Yeah, sure, I got you." And so he comes back from the store and he's carrying in his bags and he hands me a bag and he's like, "Oh, here's your bananas." And I look inside the bag and there's 14, 15 bananas. And I'm like, "Hey man, why'd you get so many bananas?" And he said, "Well, you said to get a bunch." And it's like, yes, a bunch. That is like one bundle of bananas. He's like,
Yeah, one bundle.
yes, but
But they're not called bundles
they're
of
not called
bananas.
bundles,
They're called
whole
bunches.
All right, well, you got to say, Connor, can you get me a bunch? Not, Connor, can you get me a bunch?
What?
Do you see the
same
difference?
thing.
No.
I don't.
Connor, can you get me a
But
bunch
he's not
of
speaking
bananas
it to you. He's texting
instead
to you.
of...
A is still the letter A,
okay,
pronounced A or
Back to how bad texting is. Exactly.
Fine.
I read it as, hey, Connor, can you get me a bunch of bananas?
What am I gonna do with 14 bananas?
Fucking eat them. I don't know. You're
Banana
all healthy
bread.
and shit. You're
Come
all
on,
healthy. I don't
man.
know.
I know. 7 bananas for a week. That's all I need. That's what
Why
comes
don't
in
you
a
need
bunch.
2 bananas a day?
It's not what I eat. I eat 1 banana a day. I eat 2 apples a
Well,
day.
there, I made you eat 2.
If I
so
said,
you're even
hey,
healthier.
Connor, give me a bunch of apples, and you brought back 18 apples, and I'm like, all right,
That'd be
thank you, man.
fine.
Appreciate it.
What?
But that-
Not 1 bag of apples?
No, but
I
what?
would
No,
have said if I wanted 1 bag of apples, instead of 1 bag of apples, but 1
bananas are specifically.
collection of bananas.
That's
is
fine.
a
I
bunch.
Yeah.
didn't think about it like that in the moment.
Well, that
I-
much is clear.
I looked at the text and and it said, "What else did you ask for?"
A gallon of milk.
You said, "Hey, can you get me a gallon of milk and a bunch of bananas?"
And
I
you
was
had
like,
no questions.
I was gonna say.
No,
I was
I
gonna say,
didn't.
I would agree with you. If that was me, I would have then clarified with Dakota. I would have been, hey, by the way, by a bunch, do you mean a singular bunch or do you mean a lot?
I didn't
You're like,
even
hey,
think.
is 15
I didn't
enough,
even.
or do you need 30?
I didn't even think about like a singular bunch. I just immediately thought, oh, he wants a bunch of bananas. So I got you. I was like, 2 of these should be a bunch, right? And I just got them.
Two bunches should be a bunch.
I was like, this seems like a lot of bananas. That seems good.
I did not
So
want a
that's
lot
what
of
I
bananas. I
bought.
wanted a bunch.
Your potassium intake for that week skyrocketed.
Oh, it was through the roof. I had to eat. So towards the end of the week, they were getting bad, and I had to eat 3 bananas a day for the last 3 days of the week.
That's
It's
that's
9
a
bananas
good
in 3 days.
That's
man.
a good thing. That's very
It's
healthy.
a lot. It's a lot of bananas.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
No, because I had to cut back on my apple intake in order to supplement these bananas. It's not what I wanted to do.
Potassium outweighed the citrus.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, don't let Connor do your grocery shopping for you. You had the right intentions, but poor execution.
I did.
And I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
on top of it, I had to pay an extra $1.50 for this extra bunch of bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Well, I appreciate you guys for voicing your opinions on this. And with that, I would like to thank everyone for listening to this episode of the Dapd podcast. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, or I'm sorry, thumbs up and subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter at Dapd
ERD.
at DadPadPRD. And make sure you
subscribe and rate everywhere you get podcasts. The
And
ratings is how we grow as a podcast channel.
We're trying to get from 4 people to 5. So come on.
Yep, there you go. So thank you guys for listening again, and we'll be back in a week-ish.
Or 3 months, whichever.
Time is a concept in quarantine. We don't know when. All right, later, guys.
See ya.